They got me, man. Man. They got me, man. Can y'all hear me, man? Man, I'm upset, man. It's 10:45 on the East Coast, man. They got me, man. Somebody had sent the bug to the computer, man. I've been trying to put this show together for 3 hours, man. Somebody got hit the cash app for my time, or the show's over. Now I just family, let me thank you though, man. Let me thank you for all your support, family. Man, this is crazy. Let me thank you for all your support, family. You know what I'm saying? We're about to make this thing happen. Let me for all those that don't know, I will be pursuing these matters legally. I will be pursuing these matters legally for the defamation with Tariq Nasheed. And I want to answer some of the questions before I start the show tonight. For any of those who wish to assist, I'm gonna put the PayPal link back in there. Carry on, but we getting it done, family. We getting it done. For all those who have assisted so far, I got a nice consolation prize for you. You know what I'm saying? That's right. It's not much, but it's the least I can do. One of the things that I'm going to be doing is the Jive Turkey Awards, and the Jive Turkey Awards. Let me see. Let me see here. Okay. The Jive Turkey Awards. We're going to be discussing some. It's going to be kind of deep, though. It's going to be kind of deep. It's going to be stuff that I can't discuss here on YouTube. So it's going to be a pay-per-view Jive Turkey Awards. And if I recognize you as a Morris World citizen, I'm going to send you the link. If I'm not sure about you, then you're going to have to pay the pay-per-view. It is what it is. But for all those who made contributions from the PayPal, as long as I can get your email, I'm going to send you the link. You know what I'm saying? And you'll be able to see it, because some of this stuff is real sensitive. What I mean by sensitive is it's going to rattle some chains. Now, once I get it going, for a few days on the pay-per-view, because we got to raise money. We got to do this work. We got to go. We got to address these legalities. We got to go and do the research. We got to do a whole bunch. You know what I'm saying? And so with all the research that I put in and my team put in and the time that we takes, you know what I mean, that'll be well worth it if those who wish to check it out. But it's going to be serious. But my problem today is my computer kept locking up and dragging. I see we got the original Almadea. I want to see something real quick. We got the original Almadea Shakur. Almadea Shakur, a brother, somebody sent me a video. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Somebody sent me a video, and in the video, I wanted to just see for a second. In this video, let me share it with you real quick. In this video. So it's a Queen Ahmadiyya. Now, right here, give me 1 second real quick. Because I was confused. I was really confused when somebody sent me the video. Let me see. So in this video here, it says, look.
How come you can't what people coming at me?
Look.
That's the thing. Father John says, play it. As far as I'm concerned, the more people that come against me in opposition, I'm going to go even harder in the paint. I will life. We don't need to hold that against them, because we.
So right here.
So here's the thing. When you are a person who speaks truth to power, and the truth is some people don't want to hear because they suffer from a congregation who don't care or don't want to speak on the fraudulent things that he's done in the past and the fraudulent things that he's doing in the present. And let me remind everyone again that I have said numerous of times, when someone does something in the past and they move on from that and they give a, no matter who gets mad, Claudette says, agree, wanting their wealth, like Lamar don't want to. So here's the thing. There are some things that have been very important. I love you, right, Black way.
But I'm gonna try to say it real quick. So
I want to talk about something that
in this video right here, I just get straight to the point. In this video right here, it speaks to that Tariq Nasheed. I think it was like he's not a scammer or something. But sis, I thought I'm confused.
That's really hello in 2010. So I have been going in and exposing the fraudulent people. Another outstanding outfit queen. Thank you, Lot Wizard, beloved. Okay. Essie says I can't see you. Thing. There are some things that have been going on that's detrimental, and I have been exposing frauds in our community. And y'all know I have been doing this. It's nothing new. Currently, I've been exposing wig. But prior to that, I exposed Brother Polite, Young Pharaoh, Grandmaster J.
Okay. We know.
So here's the thing. When you are a person who speaks truth to power, and the truth is something you are going to make, who no matter what you say, and I told you this, there are some people I would imagine in his congregation who don't. Let me remind everyone again that I have said numerous of times, when someone does something in the past, in the present, specific ago, that someone called me and threatened me, come out and thank you, beloved. Claudette, not going to be silent. See someone
I can't find it. I can't find it. I don't want to waste too much time. But in the video, you was like, Tariq is not a scammer, and Tariq, you want him to know that Vicky is a scammer. I was so confused because sis, you sent me things that you showed me he was a scammer, but in this video, you saying that he wasn't a scammer. Sis, are you here? Are you still here? I was confused, sis. I mean, sis, before we get on with the show, I wish I could find it real quick, but I don't want to waste a lot of time in it. But you really said that. You sent me a bunch of messages showing me where you researched to say he was a scammer. All right, I'm gonna play it. Let me see. All right, let me see if I can find it.
No, defraud, living on. I'm going to continue to call them out. Come from the most. Sit here and they want to use pay for you PR. They called me. Really want to play it. Okay, I don't really want. I will play it, but like I said, he took it to supposedly, allegedly go put it down on a man. So I was on Twitter last night, and there was a back and forth exchange, between myself and a couple of other people. But I want to say this now. I was talking to Tariq on Twitter. He said that he didn't know about the beef going on between me and Wig. He said he didn't know anything that was going on, literally. And I believe him.
You said right there you believe him. There's nothing wrong with that.
Maybe he doesn't know. But here's the thing. If he doesn't know, someone needs to tell him. Someone needs to send him my videos where I dropped all those receipts, because I would hate for him to have another person in his documentary and this person's a whole fraud, just like he had the Brother Polite in there and he was
so here it comes.
A whole fraud. And Tariq couldn't have known this because it came out after the fact, right? And here's the thing. His documentaries are credible. And they're very beneficial to give information to our community.
Nothing wrong with that. I used to think that too. No problem.
So with that all being said, I just don't want him to not know what is going on. So you all need to send him the videos. That's what you all need to do. The Misunderstood said he's a scammer too. Well, I don't know about that, but I will say I just don't want him to not know what is going on. So you all need to send him the videos. That's what you all need to do. The Misunderstood said he's a scammer too. Well, I don't know about that. I will say that he does need to know.
Now, but you actually told me he was a scammer. You actually said you actually told me he was a scammer, sister. I can I'm not going to do it, but I actually can produce the text. You actually told me he was a scammer, sis. And this is the problem. You told me he was a scammer. I can produce the text where you told me that you researched and found that he was a scammer. This breaks my heart. No, in the video you say he is a scammer, but in this video you say, well, you don't know about that. And I can play a little more. No, this video was yesterday. Somebody say that was before she exposed Tariq. Is that a re-upload or something? I'm just asking. Because I want to make sure. I just want to make sure that we all on the same page. I just want to make sure we on the same page. Was that a re-upload? That was a replay? I just got to make sure. That was a replay. They say that was a replay. I say, okay, man, because good goodness. I think you should have edited that out, though. I think you should have edited that one because, sis, it appears that when you go look at the video, just to be honest, it appears that because people, it was uploaded 1 day ago, episode 11-1. I don't know what that means, but it just appears. I'm telling you what it appears. It appears that it's very fresh. Somebody say she didn't know what she was doing at that time. I just got to check it out, man. I just got to check it out. That's all. I just got to check it out because somebody sent it to me and I was really, really confused. You know what I'm saying? I was really, really confused. And I think when you put stuff out there like that, you got to say something like this is a repost because it appears like it's new. I mean, ain't no harm, no foul. I just had to ask. I texted her today. I didn't want to do it on the show because I actually texted her and asked her, but I didn't get a response. So it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good, sis. Let me see. One hit the link. All right, I put the link out there. I was confused. I was like, whoa, he ain't a scammer. I don't know about that. He ain't a scammer. I was confused as ever. I ain't gonna front. I was confused. I was like, whoa, what's going on here? I ain't know. I tried to tell you, I was like, huh? Like imagine like, you know, you rock with people and then you hear, then somebody send you a link. You're like, hold up. Nobody told me. I'm hearing it from I was like, whoa. There go my sister. Peace and love, sis. I was like, whoa, what the world is going on? But it's a rerun, but I got you. Go ahead, sis. I was like, whoa, what the world is going on? But it's a rerun, but I got you.
Hey, GS.
You had me scared, sis.
Listen, GS, first of all, I didn't get your text.
You had me scared, sis.
Listen, GS, first of all, I didn't get your text. And then, hold on, why are we echoing?
I don't know why you echoing.
Hold on, why are we echoing?
I don't know why you echoing.
Hold on. Okay, how's that? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you sound better now.
Okay, great. I think I had another tab open on the computer. Okay, so let me say this, GS. I didn't get your text today. Sorry about that. But yes, that was a replay. What I have been doing, the reason it's titled episode 11 is because I have been reposting my wig chronicles because people requested me to. So sit down somewhere, GS. Bussy Rick is absolutely a scammer. And in that video, what I was doing by acting like I didn't know if he knew Wig was a scammer, well, he knows Wig's a scammer. I knew that. I was being facetious, and I was clearly playing psychological mind games with him to make him think that I didn't know, that he knew. But also, the reason I said that I don't know about that is because I didn't want to elaborate on him because I was exposing Wig. I already had the receipts on him at the time. Okay, so let's just set the record straight, GS.
Hey, sis. Hold on, let me pause.
GS, don't
No, let me pause you, sis, because it's got an echo coming in. The thing is that we're very transparent. And for you to hit that link and to come on here and be transparent, you got to say no more. We done. We moving on. We're going to bust these frauds upside their head. That's it. I mean, transparency, sis.
All right, beloved. Okay, thanks. I'm ready.
No, I love you, sis.
I love you right black.
Yeah. I love you, sis. I just saying that when I seen it, and then I sent you a text and I didn't hear from you. I said, man, she gonna be on the show tonight. But yeah, let's go. Let's move on. Let's keep it pushing. Let's not let the frauds divide us.
Exactly. All right, beloved.
All right, family. So see how easy that's cleared up, family. Y'all see how easy that is when you ask somebody something and they don't got nothing to hide. They don't have no problem with coming up and coming clean. And that's what the show is about tonight. The show is about tonight that I have 25,000 subscribers and plus, and all of us want to know who is Tariq Nasheed before 97, between 87 and 97. Family, I need you to, if you know anything about this man named Tariq Nasheed from 87 to 97, I need you to send me the information at TAHARKABEY at Gmail, TAHARKABEY at MSN, TAHARKABEY at Yahoo, TAHARKABEY with a pigeon. I need you to send me the information. Family, I need you to share this because this is the show. We need to find out who he is. We need to find out who he is. Let me tell you something, family. You can't even get a job in this world if you don't have no track record or no resume. How in the world can people say that he's working for the people and they don't even know his resume before 1997? Huh? Somebody say, is this real? No. What we saying the real, listen, real, we don't know who he is. We don't know who he is. We're looking at stories that seem to be connected to him, but we don't know who he is. We need to know who he is. That's it. We need him to tell us who he is. He don't need us to dig and look for who he is. We need him to tell us who he is because he worked for the FBAs. And when you work for the FBAs, the FBAs should demand your resume. So come on, Darrell. We need you to ask him too. Who are you? Who were you? Give me your history. Come on. Give me your history from 25 years ago. That's right. We need to know who you are. We need to know who you are. Why are you scared to say the name that your mama gave you? Why are you scared to say the name that your mama gave you? Wake up, my people. Wake up, my people. Why are you scared to confirm or say the name that your beloved mama gave you? That's a problem. That's a problem. Why isn't that a problem? Why isn't that a problem? That shows you how crazy we are as a people. We don't even care. We don't even care, family. He will have 14 to 1,500 people in the chat and no one cares. Family, and you're going to tell me that we're going to defeat white supremacy? We're going to defeat white supremacy and you can't even question your brother and get a definitive answer? Huh? Mr. Hotel say, y'all making this man a whole millionaire and don't even know him. Come on, man. They don't even know him. That is crazy to me, family. You cannot fight white supremacy if you can't even talk to your brother. So this show is dedicated. This show is dedicated to all the viewers, the 25,000+ viewers of Moorish World TV. Email me everything that you have. I'm going to be hitting the road soon. Listen to me. All the stars he's been around don't know who he is. Vibe Magazine, Revolt, everybody on the stage with him at this past conference don't know who he is. Hey, moderators, don't be so hard on everybody. My sister Marie say, GS, please check your moderators because it ain't that serious. Don't be so hard on everybody, please. Listen, we want to find out who he is. That's it. Somebody say, who am I? My name is Toronto Johnson. Toronto Antonio Johnson, to be right and exact. I was born in Annapolis, Maryland. I would spend a majority of my life in Baltimore, Maryland. I spent my younger years in Annapolis and my adult years in Baltimore, Maryland. I went to college at a young age. I went to juvenile detention at young age for putting hands on people. I was in the streets a little bit, wild out, got my life together, started a small cleaning business, and the rest was history. I've been a proclaimed Moorish American since approximately 1990. What more you need to know? Do you need to know my mama name? Huh? See, I can tell you everything about me. Everything about me. In fact, when the claims were made about me, that was a lie and the defamation stuff. You have the ability to look me up and see. You know what I mean? Look, somebody said, if Tariq responded like that, would you accept it? If I can confirm it, because he's been lying for so long. If I can confirm it, I wouldn't accept it off the top because I would have to confirm it first. You know what I'm saying? Because he's been hiding for so long. But now, when you hide something for that so long, I mean, look, Baltimore adopted me, man. Baltimore, listen. I say Baltimore adopted me because I've been trying to fix my language and I keep saying do, to. I've been working on that for years. Let me do, to. My mama still say Doug. We be working on it though. I mean, Baltimore mess your language up. I mean, Baltimore makes the language up. I mean, yeah. But with that being said, yeah, you know how we do that. Baltimore mess your language up, man. Do, to. My mother be like, boy, I'm like, Ma, when you coming over the house? I'm not coming over there with all them Dougs. Ain't nobody dugging. Now, Eric B says somebody out here in America should know this dude Tariq before 99. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. And that's the thing, family. Is that too hard? Is that a hard task? Is that a hard task? I mean, is that a hard task for someone who has been before the people, claiming to be a pimp and a Mac, claiming to be an R&B singer, claiming to be a rapper, claiming to be a revolutionary in this day and time? Is that too much to ask? Is that too much to ask? But let me tell you something. This is a testament. I knew you was from Maryland. After 2 seconds, let it rock out, GS. Love it. Look. So listen, is that too much to ask? That's not too much to ask. But let me tell you something. When you have a man that's constantly talking about white supremacy, the people that he's talking to is not even capable of fighting white supremacy because they won't even question the guy that's giving them the information. And now I want to share something with you. We're about to get busy, family. I'm going to show you the way that I see it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to show you the way that I see it. All right? Look at that. Look at this. Look at this. Comedy hype, academics, Rock Newman, Adam 22, 19 Keys, etc. Going to help get reparations. Now watch this. But now I want y'all to take a seat back. I'm running late today, but I want y'all to take it back. Let me apologize again to the Queen, because I thought there was a video. The original Queen. Sometimes I say her name Amadea, but whatever, sis. I love you. Let me apologize to the Queen once again, because I caught me off guard, knocked me off balance for a second. So I want to apologize for her for in the Moorish Science Temple of America, it's a saying that we go by. It says, suspect evil of no one until thou see it. And when thou see it, forgetteth it not. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't ever want to cross that line as if I'm suspecting evil for somebody. Even if I ask you a question, in my heart, I'm not crossing that line of suspecting evil. But now when I see it, I'm not going to forget it, but I never seen it. And so I just wanted to apologize. Because the real need to own up to when they go left. The real need to own up when even it's suspected that you crossed the line. Even if people feel like you went too far, it's okay to say, listen, if that's how you took it, or it could have been taken that way, that's not how I meant it. And that's how I live my life. You know what I'm saying? That's how I live my life. I live my life exactly like that. If I feel that I could have offended somebody who didn't deserve it, I'm going to own up to it. That's just how I get down. But anyway. Ain't no mods erasing people. Well, my sister Yasmin in the building. What up, sis? So family, let me start this off like this, family. First of all, to all of my trolls, when you have trolls, do you know that you really made it in this social media world? I have trolls. They on Twitter tearing me up. Yeah, I got trolls. When you got trolls, you really made it. But let me tell you something. For the trolls that troll me and think I'm trolling Tariq Nasheed, well, get used to trolling me. Because I got about 6 months. I got about 4 more months to go. And at the end of this 4 months, we're going to find out who Tariq Nasheed is. Yep. I took it to the ancestors. We know who he is, but we need confirmation. I took it to the ancestors. We're going to know who he is. We ain't going to stop. I don't care how many people. His little trolls, his little minions. Oh, you a sex offender. Okay, thank you. I'm a screenshot it, put it in the bag so it can go to court with me. Oh, you rape little children. I'm gonna put it in the bag. Oh, they're gonna do all the crime. I'm gonna just go ahead and screenshot it, put it in the bag, and just leave it as evidence and show how much influence that Tariq Nasheed has and how people are harassing me and tearing my household up. That is what it is. My wife don't speak to me no more. She said I kept it from her. Nah, I'm playing. That's the joke. But look, all I'm going to do is screenshot it. That's it. I don't care how many times you say it. I'm a screenshot. I hope I have. Cardi B had a 30 page complaint. I'm gonna see if I can beat Cardi B. I think I can beat Cardi B. I'm gonna get about 45 pages. That somebody say why it come up on the paperwork. You got to go back and watch the other show where I broke it down. But let's wait till the judge tell you. I'll let the judge tell you because I'm not explaining it no more. I'll let the judge tell you. I have never been accused of, I have never went to court for, and I have never been convicted of anything that's related to putting me on a sexual registry or a sex crime or anything like that. So, but I'll let the judge tell you. That's all. I'll let the judge tell you. You're gonna believe this European. You ain't gonna believe me. You're gonna believe this European though, because that's how y'all do. But now, with that being said, so don't keep asking me. Call me some names. I need more people calling me names. I need more evidence. I need people calling me names. So keep on. And mods, when they say that in the chat, go ahead, screenshot and email it to me. We need all the names we can get. I'm trying to beat Cardi B. She had a 30-page complaint. She had a 30-page complaint. I want at least 45. I want 45. You know what I mean? I don't want no 30 page. I want 45. But listen to this. Watch this. If you listen to a first grader reading a document and translating it to you, God bless you. I don't know what that means. Listen, so check this out. So family, one of the reasons that I am of the thought that, first of all, to the trolls, let me get to that real quick. Before the Nasheedians call me a troll about Tariq Nasheed, I want to remind you that his whole platform is centered around trolling. All he do is sit home and look at the stories of the day and make commentary on those stories. Y'all hear what I say? All he do is look at stories of the day, and most importantly, in particular, he look at trigger stories. He look at trigger stories and make commentary about them. He trolls the internet all day. I'm going to say it again. Press 7 if you understand what I'm saying. So if you're talking about trolls, that's what he does. He trolls the internet, social media all day, and he look for the top stories. He's listened to the radio, and then he comment on them all day. So before the Nasheedites call me a troll, know that their leader is the super troll. That's what he does. And anybody with any lick of common sense, all you got to do is look what he posts. They are regurgitated stories. You know what I'm saying? They are regurgitated stories. He's a troll. So I don't mind you calling me a troll, because I want to get to the bottom of this for the people. Now, as you can see, this is some of his latest trolls. Now, I don't agree with Charles Barkley, but you think I got something to say every time Charles Barkley opened his mouth? Nope, you've never heard me speak on Charles Barkley, because I don't really got nothing to say every time he opened his mouth. Charles Barkley been saying dumb stuff for years. I don't need Charles Barkley for them. I want people to wake up for those who trying to. See, Charles Barkley ain't trying to lead anybody nowhere. Charles Barkley is a brainless commentator on TV, but he's not trying to fake like he's trying to lead anybody nowhere. See, Tariq Nasheed is faking like he's trying to fight against white supremacy when that's nowhere near the truth. There's nowhere near the truth. Charles Barkley been talking crazy for years, but he's not trying to act like he's pro us and acting like we need to begin to focus on what we need to do. No, that's what Charles Barkley do, and he been doing it. But what these people do is they pick these stories up that has trigger lines, and for the emotionally unintelligent amongst us, they sell it back to them. This is an old European trick. An old European trick. That's how the Europeans did with masonry. That's how it's an old European trick where they get something, they take it, repackage it, and sell it back to you. That's all Tariq is doing. He's doing a classic European magic trick. You know what I'm saying? They did it with hip hop. You know what I mean? They did it with boys bands. They did it. It's an old European trick. You know what I'm saying? Old European parlor trick. I mean, so no, but he trolls all day. He takes this story here, And he claims that, so California just launched reparations program. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. Now, they setting up programs to provide them with some sort of benefits. However, hey, if you look at the organization of the trans community, then you understand that they're just not picking out the bank account and just throwing money at people. These organizations have stood on something to try to get what they say is theirs. And this is why I say until we organize, we won't have nothing. You can't get mad at the trans community for organizing and exercising their constitutional right to be paid for something that they believe that they suffered. You can't be mad at them. You need to organize yourself, but you don't want to organize people. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to organize people. What you want to do is discombobulate people. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's really what the deal is. The trans community have organized to go and get some bread. And only thing Tariq Nasheed is doing is taking people on marches, taking people on rallies, and taking people on expos. You hear what I said? How you gonna get mad at the transgender community for organizing themselves to go and get that bread? Go get your tax dollars. Organize the people and go get it. That's all. But no, you want to sensationalize a story, and then those who are emotionally less intelligent will think that you're fighting something. But when what you're really doing is throwing fake. All you're doing is throwing fake emotions in the air, like they're giving it to them. But what about us? You haven't organized nothing. You have no leader. The code is the leader. Yeah. That's why. That's why they ain't giving you nothing. Because the code is the leader. See, they actually have a leader. They actually have an organization. No matter what you think about them, they got a leader. You tell your people the code is the leader. Go talk to the code. You a goofball, man. And anybody that follow that is crazy. They crazy. They really believe that a code is the leader. And now these Europeans that have slaughtered your ancestors, this system that has demarginalized you, this system that has put you in the back of the bus, now they're going to just give some money to the code. And these people believe this? And we fighting white supremacy? Man, our people will go for anything when we asleep. We will go for anything if we asleep. Who could sell you something like that and you be happy with it? How can you be happy with that? Unbelievable to me. And it saddens me when sometimes I'll go over there and I'll watch the video and I'll watch all the smiles and the hearts and the money signs going up. I'll be like, goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. Like, goodness gracious. Somebody said, what is your answer for getting reparations? In fact, my brother, I'll give you something that I've been saying for quite some time, and I said it on the show the other day. The answer for getting reparation is, if you really want to hear it, brother, the answer for getting reparations, what you first have to do is set up a landing pad. You know, like a plane land, like y'all say on Twitter, let me land this. First, you have to set up a organization that's able to receive and distribute that which you is owed. Once you have that, and I'm not talking about on YouTube and I'm not talking about on Twitter. You feel what I'm saying? You have to have some form of brick and mortar that you can make an interim to be a landing strip. That's what you're going to need first. Then you're going to have to bring the research to show that you are owed this. Now, once you get all the research to show that you are owed this, then you can begin to make your move to get that which you're owed. With that being said, once you have the body in place or the organization in place with a treasury, et cetera, and it is written out from detail to detail, from receiving to dispensing, then you can go and get that which is yours. But in these spaces right here, this is just talk. This is just talk. This is just a lot of talk. Until one puts together a brick and mortar that can receive that which you say that you want and have a protocol and distribution and the redistribution of that which your ancestors worked for, you just talking. You just talking. Many people are just talking about what we are owed, what we are owed, what we are owed. But you got to lay that thing out piece by piece by piece by piece. And what you have to understand, and what you understand is you have to be able to express how it's going to be redistributed. Because the part that people are missing is that taxpayer money is, you feel what I'm saying? Taxpayer money is the people's money. Taxpayer money is the people's money. You understand what I'm saying? It's the people's money. Europeans are not giving you nothing, even if it wasn't for slavery. For instance, the money that the government has comes from the people anyway. It's your money regardless, whether it was from the institution of slavery and build up wealth, or whether it was money where your family went to work and paid taxes. It's all your money. So from both ends, you have to have a step-by-step plan to receive it and to redistribute it for those who suffered at the hands of oppression and slavery. So, like most governments do, when there is a government that is out of control and another government wants to step in, they just don't overthrow the government. What they do is they create an interim government, and that interim government begin to work of getting this government out the way. And when that government is out the way, the interim government steps in and runs the nation. That's the same thing that have to happen with reparations. If it's going to be the freedmen, they got to create a Freedmen's Bureau, and that place have to have all the bells and whistles of receiving and redistributing the wealth. It can't be an internet talk. You just can't have legislation without a place of reception. It got to be received. It's just like when the Europeans came over from Europe and they came into Ellis Island. They had to be received, and then they got their citizenship, and then they was redistributed into the nation. Well, the same thing happens. The same thing happens. You have to have a legitimate organization that is able to receive and redistribute. And in order to get from that point, you got to write it out piece by piece. You have to make your claim in living color, and you have to be ready to redistribute it in which it was designed for. It's still talk going on. It's a whole lot of talk going on. Most people are worried about how much it costs to run, say, a Freedmen's Bureau or a compensation organization for slavery, whatever you choose to call it, as opposed to just finding the location, putting the staff in place, getting volunteers in place, and then you build from that point on. You have to build from that point on. That's what I see. And until I, and I'm not saying, they said NARC already has a plan, but NARC, everybody, this is what you got to understand. Reparation is not exclusively just for one sector of our community. Everybody won't agree with NARC. Everybody won't agree with Freeman. Everybody won't agree with whomever. And when you study reparations from other nations, you will understand it didn't take one to represent all. In fact, there was many organization of the European Jewish persuasion that was able to acquire reparations and redistribute it amongst their group. I'll just drop that tidbit. So you don't need, the myth and the lie is that it's going to be one group to represent us all. That is a lie. There is not going to be one group to represent us all and redistributing reparations. There is going to be many. The same thing happened with the Japanese. The same thing happened with the European Jew. And the same thing will happen with us. So all of these fights like ADOS don't have this and this group don't have that. We the only one believe that we all got to march to the same drum. We don't got to march to the same drum. There's different methodologies to get to the same place. Let me give you this before I go into my slides. When you look at the Republicans and the Democrats, the Republicans disagree with the Democrats and the Democrats disagree with the Republicans, but they only disagree in the methodology to stay in power of their kind and their philosophy. So even if someone is a Democrat, looks like you, or someone is a Republican, look like you, their philosophy is what governs. And so they only disagree on the methodology in which they stay in power. That's it. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same thing. We agree that we need reparations, but your methodology of achieving it may be different than my methodology. But the confusion and the fighting becomes when we try to make our methodology the end all be all. Like, I'm a Moorish American, so I think everybody need to proclaim their nationality being Moorish American. I don't think like that. I don't think like that. I think to each his own. What makes you fat, keep on eating it. That's where I'm at with it. You like it, I love it. You know what I'm saying? You like it, I love it. But with that being said, when you find someone with a methodology that you see works, then you should get on board and go with it. So if you see the Freedmen with a methodology and you think that it can work, you should get on board and lend your support. If you see ADOS with a methodology and you think it could work, you should get on board. But now when you're talking about the FBA and they don't have no leader and the code is the leader, you need to take off running. You need to take off running. Because the first time they say that the code is the leader, you know that's a lie. There ain't no code, ain't never got no check from nobody. No code got a check from nobody. Not that I remember. Anybody remember? When the last time they gave code a check? Anybody know? Anybody know? Who gonna speak the code and tell the people what name they gonna put the check in? I mean, somebody said, I disagree with the concept of I think he said reparations. He said we don't need reparations, we need restitution. Hey, brother David Bell, this is the thing that I'm saying to people. This is the same thing I'm saying to people. If you know we need restitution, you should organize. You should organize around the concept of obtaining restitution. And those who organize around the concept of reparations, to each his own. Let them fight that fight. I fight my fight in the way that I fight my fight, and I just don't highlight it a lot on social media. But let them fight that fight and go get that bread, because we deserve it. But now let me get back to my... So we know that he's a troll. We know that he's a troll. But because he is a troll, I don't want anybody telling me that I'm a troll. He trolls this man mercilessly. He trolls. This is all his pictures from him trolling Roland Martin. So if anybody, somebody said Tariq is a self-admitted troll. So if any of his people come over here and say, oh, why are you still talking about Tariq? Because we haven't solved the case yet. That's why. We got a lot of circumstantial evidence. Look at your neighbor and say circumstantial. We got a lot of circumstantial evidence. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to solve the case. That's what we're going to do. We're going to build the case up and we're going to slam dunk it, all right? So, even on this one, Tariq is loving the show lately. He's loving the show lately. Look at his post. Tariq Nasheed, honest advice on dating black women. Now, you know, I was recently pointing out that he was dogging sisters just a few years ago. Y'all remember that? Isn't it right on time that now he's talking about isn't it right on time that he's now talking about his honest advice of dating black women? After so many comments that black women can't get reparations without a man, that black women need to wash their ass, that black women dog men, that black women, now all of a sudden he's going to give honest advice on dating a black woman when his mother-in-law, come on, man. Listen. You know I got this man crazy. They talk about Tariq living my head. For real? Who living where? Look at him. And that's not to mention the other shows that he has done to try to sideline. Somebody told me early to put the chat there. Let me look. Check this out. Somebody told me earlier to put the Cash App in there. So my apologies. Let me put it up in here real quick. I appreciate it, family, for even asking. And for those who hit the PayPal, thank you so much. I definitely appreciate you. But we're gonna get into this. But I want you to really take this serious because I'm about to really break down a few things, and I want you to definitely pay attention. All right. Oh, thank you, Crip. Crip put the Cash App in there. Thank you, Crip. Because listen, we need jet fuel money to go and hey, Crip, we need jet fuel money. Look, I want to explain one more thing. People ask, why am I going to California? Why do I plan to go to California? The reason why I plan to go to California because of jurisdiction. Jurisdiction and execution of something like this is very, very promising in California, where the defamation took place because he's from California. His home is in California. You know what I'm saying? And that would be more suitable to me. You know what I'm saying? I've studied, you know, I'm a Moorish American. Y'all be thinking the Moors know law. You know what I mean? But no, I know common sense. I know common sense. And I want an attorney right there in California that's going to eat the case and going to chase him down for everything that is owed. I want you to, family, this is where I need your help. I need an attorney that look like us. I've been looking, why can't I find any defamation attorneys that look like us? It's very hard. It's very hard. I've been looking for the last few days. I cannot find an attorney in Los Angeles, California for defamation that look like us. If anybody know good defamations attorney, I need you to send me that name and info ASAP at TAHARKABEY@gmail.com. I need it now. You know what I'm saying? Because once I get out there, I'm telling you, y'all ain't gonna get on me talking about I got some European or some jooby-dooby-doo. I'm just trying to get the bread and bring it back to you. That's right. Because I can't work no more. People think I'm an offender. I can't work no more. I mean, I just need somebody in California. Let me say, call Malik Zulu Shabazz. The Malik Zulu Shabazz was in California talking about he was going to sue the police department, and he don't even have a license to practice law in California. What a scam guy that is. What a scam guy. I mean, that's right. Hey, Montel McCoy, I already on it. Yep, GS, you need to go also in this county to file the paperwork. That man, yeah. Malik was going to sue the police department for polite. But he don't even have the law license to practice in California. He has a law license to practice in D.C. and Maryland. That's it. But he's from California. Wouldn't it make sense? This is how you catch these scammers. Wouldn't it make sense that if you're from California, that you at least have a law license in California to practice law? A bar license in Cali? He only have a license in Cali. He has one in Maryland and D.C. Make it make sense. But he say he's from Cali. He is from Cali. But somebody must have ran him out there. But anyway, I mean, I like that. Yep. Let's discuss Bussy Tariq's shameful being. Let's get on it. I'm in agreement with you. Let's get it. I'm in total agreement with you. Now, here we go. I want to break down some things to you. So, family, who was Tariq before 97? I'm going 87 to 97. So, fam, I want to break down a few things, and I'm going to toss some things around for you. First of all, family, one of the things I want to share with you is this. These are clues. Anybody ever think of why did he name himself Cosmo Flex? Anybody know? Anybody know why would he name himself Cosmo Flex? Now, I want you to pay attention to this. Pay close attention. Pay close attention, because this is a lesson. It's plebiscite Babel lesson, but it's a lesson still. All right. Now, this is 1990. I want to take you back to 1990. 1990, Chubb Rock jumps up on a scene with a lean and a pocket full of green. The green symbolized, because RoboCop last year, it was a shock. You know what I'm saying? 1990. Public Enemy. 1990. Take yourself back there for a minute. How does this fit into 1990? X-Clan. Let me show you how this fit into 1990. Between the years of 88 and 92, 93, there was this known conspiracy to take over hip hop, remanufacture it into gangster and simple music for simpletons. This was orchestrated by the CIA. This is a lesson we're learning here today. This was orchestrated by the CIA. You hear what I say? It was orchestrated by the CIA. Now, this was one of the reports once it came out.
CIA agent John Homeston admitted this week that the CIA was behind the creation of gangster rap in the 80s in order to glamorize criminal behavior and fill private prisons. The US government spent vast sums of money on this covert operation, which was designed to create division and corrupt the American youth to nihilist and anti-American ideology.
Now remember, this report came from an ex-CIA or ex-FBI agent. And he says that this genre was invented for the express purpose, listen to the end line, the last line.
Ideology. To nihilist and anti-American, and anti-American, to nihilist and anti-American ideology.
They say it was designed for, of all things, anti-American ideology. Now, why is that important? I'm saying do whatever you choose to do. What you eat don't make me poop. But why would the CIA create a genre of music that will precipitate anti-American ideologies? Well, they said that it was for the prison industrial complex. In other words, they begin to privatize prisons, and when you have anti-American rhetoric going on and you have disdain as opposed to understanding, so you can overstand and overcome, you begin to act with your emotions, and your emotions get you into the situation that you'll regret later. And so this music is created to stir emotions, misguide, and redirect the consciousness of a group of people, which is us. So during that time in 1990, I'm of the thought that the CIA sold our people images and people like this, and sold our people music like this. So when you go and look at the music, when you go and look at the music and you look at the titles of the music, you have to really pay attention to the first song, I'ma Slap Ya. This is 1990. Who makes a song, I'ma Slap Ya? This sounds like a joke, don't it? I'ma slap ya. But this is what they was putting out there. This is a CIA operation going on right before our face. After David Letterman, hold up. How does that fit in? After David Letterman. The second song is called After David Letterman, but we'll get back to that in a minute. Warzone, The Tour, Big Boobies, You Got Punked, Stank Hose, The Ingling Song, Cuss That Wench Out. This is what the CIA was putting out. Hold up. Y'all don't believe me? Y'all don't believe me. This is why you will not know who people are before certain periods of time, because it's going to open up a can of worms that is really going to be
change rap music and destroy a generation. Damn. So it says, hello. After more than 20 years, I finally decided to tell the world what I witnessed in 1991, which I believe was one of the biggest turning points in popular music.
In 91, this came out in 90, but the whole plan started in 88, but the meeting was in 91. Look at this. And where did the meeting take place?
So this was the meeting. The meeting was held at a private residence on the outskirts of Los Angeles. I remember on the outskirts of Los Angeles. On the outskirts of Los Angeles.
Who went from Birmingham to Los Angeles? Who went from Birmingham to Los Angeles?
Change rap music and
now, bro, this straw man Nexus, Q Ali. I want you, Q Ali, I want you to contact Tariq and ask him who he was before he was Tariq. Before you ask me anything else, before you comment anything else, I want you to reach out to Tariq Nasheed and ask him, who was he before he was Tariq Nasheed? And that goes for anybody that question what we're trying to discover in awakening a group of people who are lost. That's what I need you to do. No. We all have a past, but the difference is we all admit our past. We don't run from our past. We learn from our past and we use our past as a teaching tool. That's not the question, Q Ali. Now, that's a straw man argument. I said, who was Tariq? Would you like to hit the link and tell me? We know we all have a past. Maybe you do know who he was. Come on. Who was he? There we go. Who was he, brother? Since you say we all have a past, come here and tell us who Tariq was. Come on, Q. Come on, hit the link. We all have a past, so maybe you can come and tell us who Tariq was. Would you please so kindly hit the link, please? Would you please so kindly? Because we're not saying that we don't have a past. Of course we do. But would you so kindly hit the link and tell us who Tariq was since you're there? Johnny Cochran, please. Do I have to wait all night, brother? Oh, because we are clear that we all have a past. You're saying something that we all know. I mean, we're saying something that we all know. We all know we have a past, but we're asking you, who was Tariq before he was Tariq Nasheed? That's all we're asking. Because he works for the people. We need to know his resume. Oh, I didn't think you would hit that. And so we're going to keep on doing these shows. We're going to keep on. No, I'm not making up his past. I just said maybe you know his past. Since I'm making it up, you come and tell us the truth. Come on, Frank. Come on, Frankie. Frankie, since you know, Frankie, we're asking you now, Frankie. Frankie said you're making it up. Come on, Frankie. Frankie. Uncle Frankie. Maybe you can come help us, Uncle Frankie. Uncle Frankie, are you going to come and help us? Or are you just going to say that you're making up his past? Hey. Well, come on, Frankie. Uncle Frankie. Frankie, right? You're wrong tonight. We're not making up anything. We're only connecting the dots. Huh? I like this, Frank. Bro, only thing you can discover is where your homeland is in your immigrant background. Now, I like that. I like Lil Weezy. I like Frank Weezy. Lil Weezy in the building. Bars. I like him. But let's get it. Now, let's get it. All right. So I'm not making up anything. I'm just showing you that back in the day, this fit right in time of what was happening. Now, this is a plebiscite babble and a plebiscite argument. One thing we do know about the CIA is that when the CIA infiltrate anything, the first thing that they do with those that they work with from the movies and documentaries and everything, they give people code names. Have we seen CIA documentaries about the cocaine that came in California and some of the code names? They give people code names. So one of the questions I asked, and this is a plebiscite babble for Ali and all the Nasheedites. I'm going to babble just a little bit because I'm going to just grab some stuff out the air and try to make it make sense. Why would someone during the time of 1987 through 90 name themselves Cosmo Flex? You have names like Public Enemy. You have names like Tribe Called Quest. You have names like Cool J. You got names like Run DMC. But this guy is Cosmo Flex. What is that all about? What is that all about? See, people never even think about things like this, but I do. The first thing that I think is when I think about the CIA infiltration of the hip-hop genre of music, I'm like, if they're going to send somebody, most likely they're going to name them too. That's just the way I see things. And so I said, hold up. Let me just take a stab at this real quick. Let me just take a stab at this and try to figure this out. So I just looked up Cosmo. And I found out that Cosmo spoken in the proper way, Cosmo is short for cosmetology. Cosmetology. Now, we all thought that that was a drink or something. And it is. Or we thought it was an urban area. But if it is a code name, it speaks to exactly what it should. A cosmopolitan person is one who speaks both Spanish and English. Cosmoflex. I pointed out in my old video that he speaks a lot and talks to a lot of people and dropping little broken Spanish, if you will. And there is suspicion that he is of the Spanish tongue. There is suspicion of that. In fact, when his mother-in-law went to Haiti, she was speaking Spanish to to the children, when in Haitians they speak French. They speak French. Q Ali hit the link. There we go. Q Ali is going to tell us who he is.
Yo, peace, brother. Peace.
What's up, my brother? What's up, my brother? So I'm expecting
look,
you
brother,
to tell
hold
us.
on, bro. I'm not here.
This is my show. Hold up. Let me set it up.
I'm not here to defend this man like this. I'm just letting you know about this argument you have right now, bro.
Right.
This is a straw man argument. You know, all of us, we're not the same that we were 25, 30, 40 years ago.
I got that.
We're all different men.
But listen, don't distract.
Yes, sir.
What I'm asking you is who was he? I'm not asking you if we're different or not. Who was he?
Bro, I don't know the man like that.
So why
am
would
I
you
going to tell you that?
So why would you
the
jump
argument that you're saying because I'm a CIA operative now? Come on, brother.
Listen,
that's a reach.
I didn't say he was.
As a reach.
I didn't say he was. I say it fits. Listen to what I say. I said it fits what was going on that time. But now I'm asking you, since that is not so, then maybe you can tell us who he is then.
I can tell you what I see now at
No, I need to know who he is.
I don't
if you
know,
go get a job, if you go get a job today, wouldn't it be important to show your resume?
Yes, sir. It would.
Now, and
but
hold
on, you asked me a question. Let me answer. As an employer, I'm not looking at what someone is doing 30, 40, 50 years ago. I'm looking at something that is going to be relevant at this day and time, which is really about 10 years back. And we can say that, and this is me I'm not here to go ahead and defend another man like that, other than the fact of he's a man that's been out here on the scene talking and moving and doing things in the public that has helped our people with his platform, with his filmography, with the whole Hidden Colors background. He's not the same man he was back in the 90s. I'm not the same man. You not the same man.
No, but you don't know who he was in the 90s. You don't know who he was.
Bruh.
We don't know who he was. So you can't say he's not the same man because you don't know who he was.
All right, brother. I'm looking at the man now.
No, you don't know. Do we agree that you don't know who he was?
Right now? And how you trying to straw man this? It's not,
brother. Hold up.
Yes, sir. I don't.
You don't know. So
there you go. I don't know what he was.
So your argument is more straw man than mine because you don't even know. What I'm doing is I'm looking at
you are building. You're building an argument.
No,
you're building an argument based off of
that's not my argument.
COINTEL program, low key, as a CIA program, which we all know is out there. The way they moved in the community, the way they moved in the culture, and you're trying to say that he's a part of that, and that in itself is a straw man argument.
No, I'm saying it fits. I'm saying that if you cannot trace someone back, and you ask somebody, and they do not volunteer who they were, and they're out in the public. Right, they out in the public representing the oppressed people, then that's suspect. Wouldn't you agree?
Not necessarily.
So no one has. So a person don't have. Brother. Hold up. We are an oppressed people. We have been manipulated. We have been destroyed for the lack of knowledge.
Yes,
the person that guarded Malcolm X was the one who smothered him when he got shot.
Yeah.
The person that shot Martin Luther King was across the field, but it was the person right beside him that touched his pulse that looked like him that found out he's dead and he's done and gave the sign.
Okay.
So you mean tell me that this person is out in the front screaming about white supremacy, screaming about reparations, screaming about this, that, and the third. It's a serious situation, and we should not be concerned who this person is and confirm who he is before we move any further?
We know who he is, brother. We know him based off of
you don't.
What, brother, we're talking about 40 years ago. I'm not going to go ahead and co-sign something I don't know about 40, 30, 35, 40 years ago. I'm talking about what we know. We know is the Hidden Colors
do you know how long?
We know the museum that he's working to put up. We know that he was out in front. He was out in front at the. Hold on, brother. You asked me a question. Let me answer. We know what he's doing with the rally. We know that he has connections with other Black organizations that are in the public, like Revolt, like these other groups that are doing things out here, moving and shaking. Not everyone's 100%, all the way conscious, maybe like the way you might be or I might be, brother. But my point is the message is on point.
Let me ask you a question.
Hold on. And the fact that he goes ahead and talk about the code is, bro, he didn't make that up. He got that from Neely Fuller Jr.
I don't care.
Neely Fuller Jr. is right on time.
Hold up. We're not going to let you get away from this. What I want to ask you is, do you know how deep the most and the longest undercover agent was during the time of the civil rights movement? Do you know who that was?
No.
Do you know there was people that infiltrated the civil rights movement that actually hit police, shot at police, and bust police, and they were still agents?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I've read about that.
So you mean tell me that we're in an age and a time today that you don't even care that we could be infiltrated by one who
what
is
I'm saying
by
is,
one
for
is,
you to sit here for hold on. But that's where that's the straw man. That's not a steel man argument. That's
what they would have said about the
That's
same.
the point.
That was the same thing they would have said about Malcolm Bodyguard.
I understand where you're going with that. And that could be a possibility.
My argument.
But that makes a straw man. That itself makes a straw man.
I have no problem with being a straw man. My problem is,
all right, for sure.
Listen,
we good then, bro.
My problem.
You just admitted it. We good then.
I don't have a problem.
We don't have to say. We can carry on with the show.
All right. So look. My thing is this: the same argument that I would have put up for the one who suffocated Malcolm X would be unbelievable. That his right-hand man, the bodyguard, is the one when Malcolm X got the shot. They say it wasn't the shot that killed Malcolm X. It was his security, his number one security, who was an off-duty officer who gave him mouth-to-mouth resuscitation, but ultimately he suffocated him. And if I was to say, Malcolm, this guy, he's a part of them to kill you, Malcolm. Malcolm had trusted him so much that Malcolm would have said, that's a straw man argument. No matter what I present, Malcolm would have said that because Malcolm had worked with him for so long. However, he was the police. He suffocated Malcolm. He admitted it. So, after all of these attempts of our leaders, the genuine ones that was assassinated, killed, you mean tell me that we should not care? That we should not consider that when you ask someone who they were and they refuse to answer, you ignore it and say, I don't care? And you say he's working with Revolt, he's working with this. They are the same people that sold us hip hop. They are the same people that sold our youth syrup. They're the same people that sold our youth blunts. They the same. What are you talking about? Are you serious? They the same people that sold us 40s, sold us blunts, sold us syrup, sold us pills. And you talk about he's working with Revolt? They are the same people. Man. Crip say Tariq talking about leading the grassroots and he live in a gated community. Where they do that at? he was talking all greasy about the hood too. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And this is the problem. This is why we will be fighting a tough fight. We will be fighting a tough fight to get out of this situation because people like that. Because we're scared to question those who give you a little bit of crumbs while they take the big bag. For instance, let's get with it. When you look at, you can't tell me that this don't look like some guy that just came from Haiti, uncle of Kodak Black. You can't tell me that. There's no way in the world you can't tell me that Tariq Nasheed in the early days didn't look like Kodak Black cousin or uncle straight from Haiti. You can't tell me. Come on. Come on now. Mommy put up the picture about me. Man, come on, man. It looked like he just came over here and trying to figure it out. Come on, man. Our uncles don't dress like that no more. We don't get down like that. Come on, man. Y'all can believe this stuff if y'all want to. Talk about straw man. You can believe it if you want to. It's on you. But for those who are ready to wake up, we should be suspicious of everything. How do a man come from nowhere, out of the clear blue, write MacBooks, and get on Jay Leno? How does it happen? Because it's already in place. You went from talking gangster, fake, crazy rap to talking like you a Mac. And guess what? It was promoted.
I remember about 25 to 30 people were being there. Right. Most of them familiar faces. Speaking of those I knew, we joked about the theme of the.
This was the meeting to control the narrative of hip hop. But not only that, right after hip hop, what happens? The pimp ideal come. The pimp concept come. The Mac concept come. And who pushes that for you to get on Jay Leno and all of that? I don't know. But I'm going to tell you, it seemed real crazy looking that all of a sudden you pop out of nowhere and now you on the top networks. The top networks. And you mean tell me that you don't know somebody that knows somebody? I mean, listen, I'm not saying that this is 100% true. Pure conjecture, bro. It sure is. I'm not saying this, but I'm just saying maybe you could tell us who is this brother. We have nothing but what we have that is presented into the public because he will not confirm or deny who he was or who he is. And I'm asking 25,000 people to ask him, brother, please just tell us who you are so we can move on. Tell us who you are so we can move on. Who were you so we can move on? So T-Sun 2000, pure conjecture. Well, maybe you can go and get something definitive for us. Maybe you can get something definitive for us. Because right now, we got a lot of circumstantial stuff going on. But we still want to know who he is. That's the purpose of this show. That's the purpose of the show. I'm not defending him at all. I'm just saying, why don't we try to figure out who he is and shut me up so I don't have to pull for straws? Because I don't know who he is. I know what the breadcrumbs say he is, but that's not definitive. And I can't stand on the evidence. We need something conclusive now. And he should be able to tell people that who he is. He should be able to do that if you ask and you support him. What makes a guy, I'm going to do some more plebiscite babbling. What makes a guy write a song called "I'ma Slap Ya" and After David Letterman? What rapper in the 90s was sitting there talking about After David Letterman? Who does that? He talk about "I'ma Slap Ya" after David Letterman, Warzone, The Tour, Big Boobies, You Got Punk. How do After David Letterman fit in this picture? Doesn't make sense. After David Letterman? Huh? But guess what? I did some plebisciting research, and I was like, man, why would he name David Letterman? And what I figured out was Funkmaster Flex was on David Letterman. And you might say, well, what do that have to do with Cosmo Flex? Well, one of the things that I learned from studying Grandmaster Jay is he named himself Grandmaster Jay, or he were named Grandmaster Jay by his handlers possibly, so it can blend in the algorithms of that day, whichever it was, with Jam Master Jay. They name names that are similar so they can get mixed up into the news and algorithms, reports, and everything. And so Funkmaster Flex, Cosmo Flex, and he say after Letterman, someone can confuse it and get free promotion so the cream can rise to the top. I know that this is plebiscite battle. I know it is. But what I'm telling you is that this is an old CIA trick where they use things that associates with things that people can recall. And so when the other one comes in, the other one can be seen as reputable until people figure it out. Somebody just say Little Nas X. Same thing. Same thing. And this is how the CIA works. I mean, history goes and shows this. So when you see him saying after Letterman, somebody say, oh, after midnight. But if you know that Funkmaster Flex was on, if Flex was on Letterman, and then Cosmo Flex got a song say after Letterman, y'all see the psychology of the marketing? And then when you look at the song after Letterman, you actually see that he actually goes on the late night shows a little bit later. After the Michael Moore demonstration. So what I'm saying is, family, what we're doing is we're trying to reduce this down to an understandable level. Now let's go here. He creates this group called Mink Slide, right? Now, in this group, Mink Slide is a collaboration between Detroit-born singer, writer, and personality Tariq Nasheed and DJ producer Johnny D. The thing is, no one asks about who's Johnny D. How do a pro-black person, quote unquote, makes an album with a guy named Johnny D, and not saying that Johnny D is not a reputable artist? What I'm saying is that you go in on Europeans, your mother-in-law is European, your staff pretty much is European, your sidekick in your R&B group is European. Now, how is people believing that you so pro, quote unquote, black? and you about FBA when your whole circle doesn't dictate that. Does it make sense? But no one will ask these questions, so I guess I will. So I guess I will. Thank you. This is the ninth intellect. The point Taharka was trying to make is Tariq is suspicious because he hides his identity. You can't follow a guy in regards to serious issues without knowing his identity. Thank you so much, ninth intellect. I missed it the first time you rolled it up, but thank you so much. Listen. I like this comment too. I could argue that in 91, NWA got big with gangster rap under the leadership of Jerry Heller, and all we know is the ethnic group belongs to some group that reinforces black stereotypes and all. Well, let me tell you something. There was in the FBI report that those who push gangster rap approach Heller and Eazy-E, and they finance them. That's in the report. That's in the report, B. Banneker. That's in the report. Now that you say that, that's in the report that they were financed by the CIA. That is in the report. And one of the agents that was at the meeting is the one that wrote the report. So you're absolutely right, brother. You're absolutely right. Ain't no strange happenings. Now, let's get straight to it. Ain't no strange happening. They say that they financed Jerry Heller. Now, how can one sell himself to people that he's grassroots and he live in a gated community? He don't live in a community. He doesn't live in a community where he interact with people. He doesn't. He just don't. He doesn't interact with people. Family, indulge me for a second. I want to show you something. I usually don't do this. I'm gonna do it today. Let me see something real quick. I really don't do this today. Let me show you something. I really don't do this, but I'm gonna do it today. All right. I'm gonna do it today. All right. I'm gonna do it today. I'm gonna do it today for you real quick. I'm gonna just show you two things and I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna show you two things and I'm gonna get out of here. Normally I don't do this, but like I said, I'm gonna do it today just for the sake of my conversation. You know what I mean? Sake of my conversation. Let me show you what grassroots is. Let me show you what grassroots is. I ain't mean to do that. I'm gonna show you what grassroots is in a second. Give me 1 second. All right. I'm gonna show you what grassroots is. This is grassroots right here. And I really don't do this a lot, but I am going to do a video about this because I got to promote this for my peoples. This is grassroots. When you go to the school and you teach the little children, this is grassroots right here. Look at my son. He's sad because he didn't want me to leave. You know what I'm saying? This is called grassroots. You go to the school and you teach the little children. That's called grassroots right there. You know what I'm saying? This is the community children. Most of their parents I know. This is called grassroots. You see what I'm saying? That's little Mecca right there. That's little Mecca right there. That's my brother Jabari daughter right there. That's right. That's my friend. These are my friends. These people that know me. Yeah. This is called grassroots right there. Let me show you something else with grassroots. And I usually don't do this, but I'm actually going to promote this video to help the school. This is called grassroots. Give me 1 second. This is called grassroots. All right, one more. Let me give you one more grassroots. This is called grassroots. See this right here? My father used to work at this school as a custodian. And my father used to buy bags of gloves during the wintertime and pass them out to the children. When my father passed away, my family took on the tradition. And every year, my family is there in honor of my father, and we're giving away over 300 gloves, socks, school supplies, etc. That's called grassroots. This is an inner city school where my father worked at, and he's seen children walking outside in the cold with no gloves, and he would go to the dollar store and buy bags of gloves. He didn't have a foundation. He didn't have any of that. He went to Dollar Tree and he stood in the hallway, and when children didn't have gloves, my father passed them out. He gave them, and doing, he kept candy and all that. And I used to tell my father, this is a new day and time. Don't be giving them children nothing. So when my father passed away a few years ago, the family took on the tradition. You hear what I say? And every year, this is what happens. Every year, this is what happens. That's called grassroots. That's called grassroots, and that's called doing it for the love. That's what that is. So when someone says something like, oh, what you donating? You ask for donation. Like, I come from a family that go in their own pocket. You know what I'm saying? My mother actually used to just, anytime I ask her, but used to just cook pots of food so we could go and feed people, and never did a video on it. That's grassroots. That's community work. Little basic, simple stuff like that. So when we're talking about grassroots, you know the children in the neighborhood, you know the family in the neighborhood, or you know those who you go to school with, you know those who your children go to school with. That's grassroots. Grassroots is not on the internet and social media spaces talking about what we need to do, what we want to do, and what we're going to do, and what somebody owe us. And waiting on reparations while our people are starving, where there's not enough men to show young boys how to be men. There's not enough women to show young girls how to be women. There's not enough families to show us how to be families. You see? That's grassroots. Like, we can work on the big stuff, but what about the little stuff that we face every day? But I'm going to leave that. I'm going to leave that right there. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to be putting a video out, and I hope that y'all would support the Y22 Academy. There's a beautiful, beautiful learning center here in Baltimore. With that being said, let's get back to it. But that's an example of grassroots. But now, let me get back to my plebiscite babbling, if you will allow me to. All right? Let me get back to my plebiscite. Now, when you look at Johnny D, one thing you will learn about Johnny D is Johnny D can turn into anybody he wants to at any given time. But how do this guy, Tariq Nasheed, hook up with a Johnny D who also hooked up with Usher? He looks different in this one, don't he? Also hooked up with Bobby V. He looks different in this picture too. He can be any character you want him to be at any given time. How does that work? How does that work? He can be, Tariq can bring any European character with him anytime he gets ready. And what make him go from having a sidekick that's a European, but then shout all of these racial disparities? It doesn't make sense, do it? It shouldn't. How can he shout all of these racial disparities when he's endorsing? And I'm not saying Johnny D is one of them white supremacists or nothing, but this just look crazy. This just looks crazy for one, always talking about FBA, talking about tethers, talking about people that do not come from the United States, when in fact, there's a strong reason to believe that he is not FBA. And we'll get to the bottom of it soon as I get a chance to travel just a little bit. We'll get to the bottom of it. Tariq might be a Mason. I'm going to prove that he is, Freedom. I'm going to prove that he is. I know a Mason when I see one. I'm going to prove that it is. I mean, now, so with that being said, how does he do this? I hope the Nasheedites are watching so they can wake up tonight, because I didn't see him in the chat getting mad tonight. How does he do that? First of all, what you must understand that Tariq has a booking agent. He's an actor. There is no entertainer that will fight for your freedom. He has a booking agent. Therefore, he's being booked. He's an entertainer. And so he's selling you liberation by the way of entertainment. This is why when he gets caught in a corner, he'll tell a joke. Look at his head. Look at his feet. Look, he's an entertainer. He's selling liberation by the way of entertainment. It's all about the bag. Anything that he purchases is only self-promotion. So when he purchased the little garage known as the museum, whether it was $1 million or $6,000, it's only promotion. It's promotional dollars. He'll get that back on the back end. He'll get that back on the back end. Let me ask this. Aquarium, maybe you can tell us who Tariq Nasheed is. Maybe you know. Do you know Aquarium Observant? I seen your comment earlier. You say, I got at you on the show. Well, you was a fraud or telling a lie or something. But if you was wrongly accused of anything, tell me what it is, and I apologize and I remove the video. But for now, Aquarium, what I would like you to do is tell us who Tariq Nasheed is or was. All right? If you can't do that, just sit back and enjoy the show. Free Mr. Hotel. What happened to Mr. Hotel? That's my bro. Mr. Hotel ain't gone nowhere, is he? With that being said, what paperwork, brother? I don't know what you're talking about, brother or sister. Your name is Aquarium Observant Fish Enthusiast. I never talked to nobody or about nobody named Aquarium Fish Enthusiast. So you need to tell me who you are. You know what I mean? But with that being said, fish watcher. Yeah, I never exposed the Aquarium Fish Enthusiast. I actually like fish. I don't eat fish, but I actually like fish. I mean, I used to have a big old Oscar one time. My mama always kept the fish tank. You know what I mean? But okay, with that being said, he is an entertainer. That's the bottom line. He's an entertainer. And until his followers understand that he's an entertainer, and at some point his booking agent was Sharon Al-Kabaz. This was his booking agent. Here. This was his booking agent at some point in time, allegedly, according to what's on the internet. So when he gets on Kyrie and he gets on Yeezy, you know, you have to understand what's happening here. This guy is really just grabbing the bag. And if he does anything, it's all for promotion. This has nothing to do with liberation. It has nothing to do with reparation. It has nothing to do with freedom. No one can do all of this racial, you know what I mean? No one can do all of this racial sidestepping on other groups of people and in secret move like this. You hear what I say? This is what I'm saying. Like, you can get mad at TAHARKABEY all you want, but see the difference between Roland Martin. I keep saying the difference between Roland Martin, Michi X. They ain't got time to play these games because they doing other things. But let me tell you something, family. I look at my watch. I got time today. I can do another show tomorrow. I can do one for 6 months until the people understand that this is not a reasonable person to follow for liberation, reparations, or anything. Michi X ain't got time. She got other things. She over there in the D trying to get somebody hair done to go to work, or get somebody a plate so they won't be hungry tonight. You know what I mean? Yeah, she ain't got time to play these games. I look at my watch. I got time today. You know what I mean? Roland Martin ain't got time for that. He over there doing that dance when the show come on. He got a show. He got something to do. But I look at my watch. I got time today. I got plenty of time. I mean, I got plenty of time. I got plenty of time. I can do this every day, all day, because I know what it's going to take for one who have commanded over 250,000 subscribers on each platform. And he's taking them to the cleaners. So it's going to take a little bit more work. You know what I'm saying? That's right. That's right. They gonna take a little bit more work. See, look, Shanae, she said they got years of going in on Tariq. Well, I'm gonna finish the job. Thank you for softening him up for me. Michi X, soften him up for me. Soften the flesh up for me so I can hit the knockout blow. I'm gonna take him out. That's it. I'm gonna take him out. And the people are gonna realize that this is not a reasonable path for liberation. Period. Point blank. Now, when you look at our brother, he's still our brother, Tariq Nasheed, and you look closely, you will already know that there's something wrong. You will already know that there's something wrong. I don't know how we have gotten so blind that we cannot decipher the infiltrator among us. I don't understand that. I don't understand how we got to the point where we are unable to read the infiltrator. It blows me away that we are to the point where we cannot decipher the infiltrator. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad to a degree because it's not hard to tell. You know what I mean? You ask the man what's his name, he won't tell you. You ask him, give us some history on yourself. He refused to do it. You know what I'm saying? That should be a problem. That should be a problem. But to nobody, it's not a problem. That's crazy. That's crazy. So my thing is, won't you support as I get to the bottom of this? Because I'm working to get to the bottom of this. Something got to give. Something got to give. We should be all working together to get to the bottom of this. Because this ain't right. That, listen, hold up. This ain't right. This ain't right. Here we go. Let me show you. Here we go. Let's drop some more science. Let me drop a little bit more. The moment that TAHARKABEY started doing these exposés, all of a sudden, guess who started popping up in the algorithms? All of a sudden, they got a page that's highlighting a celebrity wife in 2022. So I think TAHARKABEY is putting out all that information about all of these Europeans that he's talking about. Look at her, she's sexy. And somebody probably said, no, you better let them know who I am. And November 2022, this appears online. November. All of this is new now. You know what I mean? You better let them know who I am. I seen TAHARKABEY video, that one that you was looking at down there, but that was over what a few years ago. Now you go online, all of a sudden this pops up. November 2022. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you. Y'all be thinking that Morse World TV is, man, listen. Then it's not only on one, it's on two different sites. But I'm just going to show you one. That's right. They know what's going on. We waking them up one at a time. One at a time. They know this stuff is questionable. Now, if nothing else is questionable about Tariq Nasheed, let me tell you this is. All right. In February 2004, Player P played the first book. Every year, he got a hustle going on. All right. Player P played the first book. All right. Every year. 2004. 2005, he sold them the MacBook. Who would buy this trash? Beyond me, but he sold it. They said it was a New York Times bestseller. December, The Art of Gold Digging. Listen to this stereotypical stuff. Who would finance stuff like this? Who would? What entity would finance stuff like this? Oh, yeah, The Art of Mackin was the first. That's right. The Art of Mackin. You're right. You're right. But then look. The Elite Way. Ten rules men must know in order to deal with women. Come on, man. There is no one in our community that should be this gullible. No one. $2008. No. 2009. The Elite Way. Now, we're not saying that things didn't happen in 2010. I'm sure it did, but let's go to 11. He went straight from that. In 2011, what was popping in 2011? Sinetta TV had just begun to grow with this conscious community thing. Sinetta was uploading videos of all of the scholars on Black News 102. It got popular because you were watching it, whoever you are, you didn't see the value in it. But the powers that be that promotes and carry and takes the narrative and use it for their own purpose begin to finance, promote, push people out front to enter into a genre of thought process and take it over. The same thing happened in hip hop. Hidden Colors come out. People are excited. People are excited that there's a documentary pretty much highlighting all that Sinetta had already put out. Now, everybody know that me and Sinetta don't rock with each other. But this was the same methodology that Sinetta was doing, and he got it financed by a Kickstarter and other people. This was the great infiltration right here. The infiltration of hip hop was attempted in the 90s. Anybody remember these books, the Mac Within and all that? You know, all that come from the Iceberg Slim era. Iceberg Slim. Who else? You know, y'all remember them books in the 70s? They got back popular around the early 2000s. I actually read a few myself. You follow what I'm saying? So we cut into that in the early 2000s. Let me give you an example. All right, here we go. Let me see something real quick. Give me 1 second. Y'all remember this? Give me 1 second. Y'all remember this here? He cut right into, oh my goodness. Where'd it go? Hold up. He cut right into this era of time. Give me 1 second. He cut right into this era of time right here with these books. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Oh, my body won't. Oh, hold up. How did that happen? Here we go. See if I can do it like this. He cut right into this era of time. How in the world that happened? All right, I got to do it like this. Let me do it another way. Here we go. I just want to show and prove real quick. All right, here we go. He cut right into this era of time, and people are not realizing that in each era of time, he's infiltrating and he's promoted with this infiltration. You know what I'm saying? And he makes money along the way too. Don't get it twisted. Anybody remember this era of time? Anybody remember? This was the early 2000s. This was around this time, between 2004 and 2009. Remember the height of that? Anybody remember? Anybody remember the height of this? Huh? It's all infiltration. It's all infiltration to control the narrative. It's all infiltration to control the narrative. Now consciousness is hot. He controlled the narrative. He stepped in. And people are buying it hook, line, and sinker. And that's the sad part. Let me see when this picture was. Let's see. That picture was, let me see. I'm going to find out when it was. That picture was 2006. Let me share it with you. I'm telling you, it's all infiltration, and anybody that follows this guy is crazy. That is 2006. Watch this. That's 2006, family. Can y'all see it? 2006. I'm telling you, it's the same era. It's all infiltration. It's all infiltration. Like it or not, don't like me. It's all infiltration. But it's infiltration working for a bigger entity. So now consciousness around 2011, Sinetta is uploading videos with all of the greats. Dr. Ben, you feel what I'm saying? Francis Quest. Sinetta is uploading all of that. Like he like to say, the godfather of consciousness. He's uploading all of it. And guess who creeps in with hidden colors? The same person that crept in during the gangster rap era, the same person that crept in during the pimp book or the pimp culture era, and the same person that crept in during the awakening of our people to control the narrative. And that's why he says there is no leader, because he's not leading you anywhere. He's not guiding you anywhere. He's only going to take you around and around a circle. That's all he's going to do. And our people love to be danced around the circle. There we go. Bobby Hemmett, Delbert Blair, absolutely. SETI was being uploaded too. That's right. After Polite came, it took another turn. You see what I'm saying? But that's why he says there is no leader, because you're not going anywhere. That's the purpose, to keep you. In the Bible, it says that the Hebrews had the circle in the desert and some couldn't see the promised land. His job is to keep our people circling the desert. Let me show you how this circle look real quick. This is how the circle look. Show you how this circle look. Hidden colors, 2011. Here's how the circle look. And he's going to keep doing it over and over. 2012, I don't expect his supporters to stop. Hidden colors 2. 2013, the eugenics. 2014, hidden colors 3. This is what Ali think is a big up thing. Ali think this is a big up. Oh, he made this movie. No, his supporters gave 27,000, then 37,000, and then for Hidden Colors 3, they gave 72,000, and then for 2016, they gave 134,000. So don't sit up there and tell me that somebody gave him peanut butter and jelly and he made the sandwich and gave it back to the people. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't insult our people intelligence. Just because some people want to fall for this, don't insult our people intelligence. Not over here. Because this is an assault on our intelligence. Look, somebody say the More Us app. This is an assault on our intelligence. This is a really, really assault on our intelligence. That you can get donations for you can get donations for one of the highest grossing videos independently produced and never tell the people what the profits were. That's Hidden Colors 1 that was made with $26,000. I mean, all he did was take Sonetta's style and polished it up and sold it to the people off of the people's money. That's all he did. That's all he did. And this is that going around that desert thing. Look, here we go. 2017, the hidden history of Haiti. Why do we have this fascination with Haiti, but then call everybody tethers? They gave him $250,000 for that one. Y'all see that? They gave him $250,000 for that one. You see that? And then in 2018, he kept you busy with the mink slide with the European. And then he came with Hidden Colors 5 in 2019. So we know what to expect every year. All you got to do is look at the patterns. All we got to do is watch the patterns. These are the patterns. So you know every year he's selling you something. Every year he's going to do an event or sell you something. All we got to do is watch the patterns. History best defines. Anybody ever heard of that before? History best qualifies. Anybody ever heard of that before? Anybody? History best qualifies. 2021, he go with buck breaking. Then he come back with mink slide with the European again. Now remember, he do buck breaking, right? He do the buck breaking, right? But then he comes back with the European with an album right behind buck breaking. Man, you can't make this stuff up, man. You can't make this stuff up. Like, I'm doing this because we need to hear this. Look at this. Oh God, I'm gonna do a shirt with all of his hustles. I'm gonna do a show with all of his hustles. I'm gonna do a show. Because some of the hustles y'all miss. Watch this. These are some of the hustles y'all miss. I'm gonna do a show with all of his hustles. These are some of the hustles y'all miss. Y'all don't know about this one. Y'all don't know about this. Anybody know about this one? The Tariq Lee clothing line. Anybody know about this one? This is some of the hustles y'all miss. The Tariq Lee clothing line. Anybody remember that one? Anybody remember that one? I'm going to do a show with all his hustles. I'm going to show you that it ain't, that FBA is just another money grab. That's all it is. It's a money grab. That's it. This ain't no movement. And people are happy. It's a big money grab. Everything is a promotion. That's what you got to understand. Everything is a promotion. Everything is a promotion. Don't you think for 1 minute that it's not a promotion. Even the museum is a form of promotion. Do anybody know what promotional dollars does? Promotional dollars is put out as insurance and a guarantee that you will be seen, heard, and quite possibly sold and get a return. Promotional dollars is an investment. It's an investment. So this museum stuff and all that, that's promotional. He didn't, a lot of this, y'all gonna get it. Y'all gonna get it. Then the Nasheedites gonna wake up. They're gonna wake up. It's all a promotion, and he has nothing to do with the grassroots. They're gonna wake up. I'm convinced. Look, so he go from buck breaking to mink slide, and then he go to the Hidden History Museum, and he get you for a walloping 1,188,000. Now remember, it took him a little climb now. He started off with 26,000 with the best-selling independent documentary, it is said, in history, but we don't see the numbers. He went from every year, his donations increased. Every year it increased. You cannot sit up here and tell me that you are happy and comfortable with that. Every year it increased. It took a little dip here, but then it got to 1 million. And you're going to get a little museum. You're going to get a little museum in a documentary. And you're going to be happy. You're going to be ecstatic. See, while he got you talking about reparations, you are paying him his reparations. While he got you talking about the next reparation meetup, you're paying his reparations. You're paying his reparations. What do you need reparations for? He can make more off of the Nasheedites. What do you need reparations for? He don't need reparations. Why? He done made more off the Nasheedites than he probably would ever get for reparations. That don't make sense. Why would he be fighting for reparations than he already have it? So he got you thinking that y'all fighting for reparations, but he getting his. He getting his. I'm just telling you, we can be a fool if we want to. We can continue to be a fool. We can continue to be mad at TAHARKABEY. We can cuss TAHARKABEY out on Twitter. We can cuss TAHARKABEY out in the comment section. Don't make me no difference. But for those who want to be woke, I'm here to wake you up. I mean, now watch this. This is the circle in which I'm talking about as I bring this to a close. He had the foundational Black American Conference. Question is, what did it produce? And why should there be a part 2 if it was? But Mama Connie, I wonder, was she invited? The foundational Black American Conference was in 2020, and somebody just mentioned it here with no food. Now, if nothing was accomplished at the first foundational Black American Conference besides talking, powwow, and chopping it up of some ideas, why would somebody go to part 2? See how crazy we are? Some people just want to be seen in their church hat. Girl, I just got this hat. I got to go to church this Sunday. Some people just want to be seen in their church hat. You know what I mean? So if you know nothing, man, look, you got Risa Islam, you got Dr. Kaba, you got Judge Joe Brown. What did it accomplish? No checks and balances, no nothing. And all you get is some warm water. So let me tell you what happened at these conferences. What happened is they sell vendor space. And a lot of vendors is where he make his money from. And it look like he's doing something. All right. So look, so there's the foundational Black American Conference. Everybody that ran to. They excited. Very excited. Very excited to be at the foundational Black American Conference. Look at this one. Very excited. This one says September the 19th. And then there's one right here, June the 20th. So I don't know if it was 2 or they rescheduled, but goodness gracious, he pumping them out. And if you wanted to see it on DVD, you can rent it for $17.99. And we're going to get up here and we're going to powwow. We're going to talk. And now this in 2020. All right. So then after all of this talking at the conference, then he have a rally. And Mama might be cooking some smothered pork chops gravy stew with cabbage stew. That's what Mama might be doing. Yeah. That Mama Facebook page, smothered pork chop cabbage stew. And these people talk about they FBA. Mom been cooking pork chop cabbage stew. I ain't never heard that one. That'd definitely a European meal. Pork chop, gravies, and cabbage stew. For goodness sake. Ah! Yo, Mom-law house eating pork chop gravy with cabbage stew. What in the world? Talking about he talking about foundational Black American. Fool, you'll sit your behind down and you going over Mama house eating some pork chop gravy and cabbage stew. And these people love it. They think Tariq gonna free them. What in the world? Whole house smell like hug. Come on, man. This has got us. But these people love it. They love to be lied to. They love it, man. Slave slop. Listen, this is a real Facebook post. I'm up to. I was Mom-in-law had the nerve to have that joint cooking. I should have had a video with her cooking it. I see my video. Mama had that joint. That joint was boiling and everything. I was like, what? And then she gonna eat that and then kiss the babies in the mouth. Good goodness gracious. Oh my Lord. Come on, man. But you out there screaming FBA, talking about tethers. Man, this gotta stop, man. And the only thing people should say is, if you ain't gonna fix your home first, you can't tell me nothing, man. You can't tell me nothing about no black power. You can't tell me about no FBA until you correct this madness, man, because this is going too far, man. Come on, man. This is too much, man. This is too much, man. And they're going to have that at the expo. They're going to have that at the expo. So they didn't just had a rally. So now he's going to flip the tune and now just call it Black Foundation American Expo. I just put that up in there because that's all he's going to do is change the name. And we going to go for it. Not me. Not me. Not me. But people are going to go for it. He's repackaging the conference into a rally, the rally into an expo. This is crazy. You mean tell me in 2022 going into 2023, we are able to be fooled on this level like this? And this is real janky. This ain't even sophisticated. Like, this is real janky. Just rename it and rebrand it and go get a place and say, show up. This is real janky. The Foundational Black American Conference, the Foundational Black American Reparations Rally, the Foundational Black American Expo. This has got to stop. I'd rather eat catfish nuggets. So come on, man. Come on, man. Please ask the Nasheedites before they go to this expo, make him explain who they are. Let them explain who he is. Conference, rally, expo, meetup, mixer. That's crazy, man. It's crazy to me that our people actually is going for this. Re-Rock, Shell Corp. I thought this was 80s. We was on the block, man. We got to cook that back up. That's Re-Rock. We got to put that back on the block. I don't care if it's garbage or not. Back in the day when people, any former hustlers in the building, you had to re-rock it. I shouldn't say that. But that's what you used to do. It'd be garbage. Man, we got to cook that back up, man. Get that baking soda, man. To get this back on the block, man. We got to re-rock it. Go ahead, man. Got another 8-ball. Go ahead and get rid of it. Double up. I'll re-rock that joint. Put some water up on that joint. Lock it up. Lock it up. Lock it up. Oh, that's too... I've been that Cash. Hey, Cash, I got your email too. I'm going to send you the address, bro. I'm going to send you the address. Man, I was trying to say it before you said it. Because that's all he doing. He couldn't sell it, so he just re-rock it. Lock it up. Put some cold water on it. Cold water. Cold water. Dang it. Cold water. All right, go ahead and sell that. Go ahead and sell that. Oh, man. How I don't miss those days. Yeah, man. I'm telling you, I had a friend of mine, sidebar, may he rest in peace. His name was Mac. And man, Mac used to always try to educate people on how to be a chef. And I was like, man, I'm not doing this for the rest of my life, man. I don't need a degree on how to do this, man. Let's just go get this bread. Nah, let me tell you something. He want to break it down to a science. Nah, let me tell you something. Hey, Doe, listen, Doe. What you got? I wish I could call my man Malik today. We laugh about that all the time. Man, let me tell you, what you got to do, man, you can't throw all the water. You got to sprinkle the water. You got to sprinkle the water. You know, just drip the water. That's how you lock it up. That's how you lock it up. I used to be like, Mac. I was like, Mac, man, I'm not going to school for this, man. I'm not with that, man. I don't even feel comfortable hanging out with you no more, Mac. You making Come on, Mac, man. You making this too technical, man. Just put it on the block, man. This too technical, man. Too technical. Man, rest in peace to my brother Mac Ralph Sims, man. That's my bro, man. Boy, he was so technical he was real technical about doing wrong, man. I'm talking about you break it down to a science. Like, man, nah, man, we gotta stop this. I mean, somebody said, can we talk about the rally after party? Did anybody go to the after party? Anybody have friends like that? They be all technical about doing wrong. You be like, man, let's just do this wrong and get it over with, man. Let's go get this money and go home, man. You too technical, man. Way too. Mac was way too technical. But I love Mac. Mac. Unfortunately, he's no longer with us. But Mac was one who actually he was so proud of me, my brother. Around we the same age, but he was so proud to see how I moved in this space that I'm in right now. You know what I mean? He was so proud. He used to always, he became an electrician. He would come and say, man, I need to use the ladder. You know what I'm saying? I need to use your ladder. He'd come get my ladder. And he just always say, man, I'm so proud of you, Doe, man. I'm so proud of you. He just call me Doe. Tito, but Doe was my nickname. And that's the thing. I can go and get my day ones right now. You see what I'm saying? See, that's the difference. You know how people say you're an agent, but I can go and get my day ones. I can go and get all my day ones. I can get my day 2, 3s, 4s, and 5s. I can go get all of them. I can bring them all on the show. That's right. I can bring them all on the show. In fact, I may record some around this birthday because I'm gonna go and visit a few people. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go and visit a few people. But let me close it up with this though, right? Before I get out of here. So he's gonna go with the expo. You feel me? But at the same time, we need to be careful. But let me do this real quick before I do this. We have to be careful. And I'm doing extensive research to try to find out. And this is the God's heaven truth. This is why if you're able to support in any way, and you are interested in this type of research, please do support, because I'm going to tell you what I'm looking for. I'm going to tell you to put 2 and 2 together. I feel as though something isn't right because I'm starting to find I'm starting to find many photos. Let me say it like that. I'm starting to find many photos with something that appears to be off. And I'm going to let you figure out what I'm talking about in a second. Let me just block this real quick. It just appears to be off, family. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to put this so you can figure it out. Now, I'm starting to find way too many photos like this. What is off about these photos? Now, on the left, that's his wife. I'm not disrespecting his wife, but that picture is not that old. And on the right, I'm not going to say nothing. I'm going to tell you that I'm researching something and it don't look good. It don't look good. All right? It don't look good. See, the moment that he called me an offender or something like that, that was the wrong thing to do. That was the wrong thing to do. And he thought he was going to laugh it off, joke it off. The thing is that people have been trying to run my name through the mud and manipulate my my younger life and all. I don't care. Don't bother me. But you got to be right and exact. Because if you're not right and exact, when I come, I'm coming. You know what I'm saying? When I'm coming. Now, why is it? What's that? I wish I could play this joint. We're going to play some of his music, but I'm going to leave it like that. And the one on the left is not that long ago. We're going to figure this out. We're going to figure this all out, but I'm not going to call him nothing until I'm conclusively sure, definitively. It's going to be definitive. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just telling you that it's a sad day because it's a sad day because it's not looking good. It's not looking good. It's not looking good at all. You follow what I'm saying? Ain't looking good at all. It's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem. It's going down. So family, tomorrow I'm going to be putting out the link for the award show. And when I put the link out for the award show, you know what I mean? When I put the link out for the award show, I'm trying to tell you, family, hopefully you'll hit the link because I'm going into some of this research. I'm going to show you more than what you have ever seen on this podcast. Because as I said, family, it's not looking right. All right. It's just not looking right. And when I do it, I'm going to tell you, I got to go all in. So I want you to be here when I go all in on the Jive Turkey Awards, because this is not looking good. You know what I mean? When you came at the brother TAHARKABEY, that was your last, because I'm not going to stop. It could be me and 3 other people in here. I'm going to bring new information every day that I come live until I get tired. And I'm not tired yet. I'm not tired yet. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to bring new information until I get tired. And I'm not tired yet. I'm not tired yet. I'm never going to get tired for a person that put a jacket on me that I don't wear. Feel what I'm saying? So be prepared. Be prepared. That's right. Be prepared, because the Jive Turkey Awards is going to really blow this thing out the water. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you. It's going to blow this thing out the water. Hope y'all enjoy the show. I'm going to see y'all tomorrow. If you're able to support the endeavor of getting my my day in court, that's right. Thanks for all of those who have contributed. If you are able to contribute, I appreciate you. If you're not, I appreciate if you can share the link. I appreciate if you can share the post. I appreciate all those who have contributed, because when a person tried to shame a person, defame a person in order to get them quiet so they won't get that heat, then this is why it's so important that I address this in the way that I say I'm addressing when I go to California. Because all of our people who spoke out, they were silenced, whether by violence or whether it by shaming. But you can't shame me because I've done no wrong. You can't shame me because that's not my jacket. You can't shame me. So, hey, only thing you're going to do is get exposed like no other. Because let me tell you something. The little bit that I put out is just a drop in a bucket to what's to come. But we asking everybody, over 25,000 subscribers here on Moorish World TV and the Moorish World TV citizens, all do your research. Do your research. In your spare time, try to find out who is Marcus Sanders, who is Tariq Nasheed, and who he was between the years of 87 and 97. We know he was possibly Cosmo Flex. We know that he did the mink slide, but who was he? We're going to get into that on the next show around, family. I appreciate y'all. I got to get up early and get to work tomorrow. Thank you. Again, my apology to the original queen and the royals. And I appreciate y'all. We got to keep our foot on this. I keep our foot on this guy's neck. Real talk. Real talk. This is, let me say, this is even worse than what you think it is. We just got to be careful what we say at this time, but it's worse than what you think it is. I mean, it's worse than what you think it is. And in time, you're going to see it clear. The Nasheedites are going to see it clear. You're going to see it clear in time. Just have a little bit of patience. With that being said, family, I appreciate y'all, and we're going to be back at it tomorrow. What's today? Monday? Let me see what today is. Okay. We into Wednesday. So we'll be back tomorrow or Wednesday to promote the Jive Turkey Awards. Let's go. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. I be that more you gon' remember. TAHARKABEY front line till the law call my number. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. That's right. I be that more you gon' remember. TAHARKABEY front line till the law call my number. If you a friend of the Moors, then you a friend of mine. I was told to watch my enemies, now hold my line. Those that speak against the prophet, they speak against me. And I'm speaking about the prophet over Drew Ali, who was the first to remind you and bind you back to Morocco, the mountains, Mississippi, and Quebec. Told you you wasn't black, proved it with straight facts. You tripping off trucks, you need to be tripping off that. Now here we go again, acting like you a slave. Family, see y'all tonight, 9:30. Let's go. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. I be that more you gon' remember. TAHARKABEY front line till the